What's up, cool people? Today is November 23rd, and thank you for tuning in to Fluidity. Today is part 7, or this is part 7. You're watching part 7. You're watching WKED Pittsburgh. No, that was not an impression of anybody in particular. Although today I was watching some, videos of Bill Hader doing his impression of the guy from Dateline, Keith Morrison. I'm getting him confused with Keith Emerson, but not really. That area that just passed, I love it. It's so happy. It's so Christmassy. And I am looking forward to a COVID Christmas. At least we'll get some snow here in New York, and I don't know. I like, the really, classical Christmas. I like blasting, the Cambridge singers, whatever it is, and, the carols that were written in the 19th century, and, those are my jam. Anyway, that was it. That was a short rainbow drop. That was just, platforming, man. And then that was it, and you jump over the lava, and then you get it, and then you're done, man. So yeah, in other news, Thanksgiving is in 3 days, and I'm making mashed potatoes, and I'm getting a garlicky mashed potatoes. It's called refrigerator mashed potatoes because you make it and then you put it in your refrigerator, you make it cold, I guess. But you mix it with a lot of cream cheese and a lot of garlic, and then you can just kind of heat it up after the fact. I think we are going to get a very special ability in this episode. Just trying to decide where to go next in the big bad city here on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Oh, come on, make up your mind already. Jeez, man. The whole world is waiting on you. Not really. Okay, out of curiosity, I just wanted to see if any doors would open up in the mountain that level. And did they? No, not necessarily. Or did they? Yeah, there's a door open in the bottom right that we haven't even been through yet. I also kept calling these note doors by mistake. Just another aspect of this game that reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie. The more notes you get, well, I guess in this case it would be the more jiggies that you get, because notes are like coins in Mario 64. Notes in Banjo-Kazooie are like coins in Mario 64. Kind of. Except not really, because they're more permanent. Well, they're not exactly permanent either. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. Stars in Mario 64 are like jiggies in Banjo-Kazooie, are like bananas in Donkey Kong 64, are like rainbow drops in Fluidity. But they're not like rainbow drops in Kirby's Dream Land 2. Well, maybe they are, I don't know. Kirby's Dream Land 2 isn't really a collectathon, but it is if you want to get the secret final boss. You know what? Yeah, Super Mario 64 Star Road, or it's just called Super Mario Star Road, has, as its final boss music, it has the Dark Castle music from Kirby's Dream Land 2. And whenever I hear that music, that's Kirby's Dream Land 2 is a pretty forgettable game. But whenever I hear that music, I'm like, yeah, I want to play Kirby's Dream Land 2 again. Because it's a pretty jammin' song. It's like, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's pretty metal, man. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. In other news... Yeah, Mario 64 speedruns are so interesting to watch, because Mario 64, maybe it's the fact that it's the first 3D platformer ever. Also, we can't get back out of this place. So I'm just yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, we can't get back out of this place, so I'm just sorry about that. Mario 64 speedruns are so interesting to watch, especially task runs. because Mario 64 is just like, you know, there's so much more you can do with it. You know, as so many of these, like, you know, the backwards long jump, you know, things that a task can do, like mashing start in order to gain speed. Things that, like, just like swimming in a corner to get speed or whatever it is. Doing these insane wall jumps everywhere. Because, like, this guy, he was, like, tasking some Mario 64, like, some of the Star Revenge hacks, and he was just, like, building up speed and then careening through the level at, like, 120 miles per hour and doing these, you know, point-perfect wall jumps. And it's just, like, watching it is like watching, I don't know, I can't compare it to anything because it's kind of surreal. This is one of my favorite little things. I like this windmill. This windmill is always happy. I remember I always get to this windmill at a pretty early part in the game. I don't remember if it was part of the demo because I haven't played the demo in a while. I feel like the demo was just like the first 7 or so rainbow drops. You know, obviously just the first world, just Did they even give you the gather ability? Oh, and there's a secret up here. I was gonna play guess the secret with you. Like, can you guess where this secret is hiding? Use a little burst to get the Jiggy up there. Kind of mild sequence break, and it's super easy. And I love this windmill. This windmill is so happy, and the music is so happy. So yeah. You did it! Yatta! Rainbow drop number 18. Boom. So, Are we doing more stuff in the mountains or no? Yes, yes, we certainly are, because there's more stuff we can explore over here, and then up there. Yeah, we're gonna do both of these things eventually, I think. Well, we're gonna do all of it eventually, you know, because this is a 100% playthrough. Getting the Jiggy up there through a little burst, well-timed burst. Don't worry, we'll have some real Pogger moments in this episode. And that's something stupid I always like to say when I'm like, oh man, my playing's really good today, and I, like, you know, because I don't think I'm like a good gamer at all, but like, you know, I've learned through years of playing games, and Pogger is just like a silly, like, it's like a meme that I kind of like copied from the Kaizo Mario community through watching their videos, and it's just like that stupid Asian guy making like a really excited face, and Pog apparently means like player of games, so I thought, you know, that's kind of perfect. So it just means like, oh man, you're really playing the video games and like doing cool things, either like getting high scores or like doing cool tricks, which for me it's just like doing cool tricks. So I feel like, you know, there's some games that I can play where I can just do it and show off cool tricks. So yeah, doing stuff with the burst ability, just timing it exactly, makes me happy because it makes me feel like a Pogger. And then I'm just like playing it and like throwing up my arms and going like, yeah, I'm such a Pogger, and being like, yeah, if my parents could see me now, they would think I was dumb and playing video games. Also, we're still in Yellowstone. It kind of looks like it could be Yosemite or Yellowstone or one of those states, or Wyoming or California. I don't know, you decide. This looks like it's Colorado. I don't know why specifically Colorado, but I feel like those perfect triangle peaks. Triangle with the emphasis on the second syllable. Triangle peaks. You know that JonTron video where he drives to Texas to go to Peanut Butter Gamer's house, and he's like, he says something about apples and grapes, And he puts the emphasis on the word and I'll always remember that because it's the stupidest thing. I thought it was so funny. When I watched that for like the first time in like 2012, and my humor has not changed a whole lot since then. We need an ability for that, so let's skip it. But yeah, this looks just like Yosemite. It really does. I mean something. I'm important. No, that's Devil's Tower in Wyoming. That's me quoting Homestar Runner, quoting Close Encounters of the Third Kind, in case you didn't get that meta quoting. The levels of meta quoting going on here. Anyway, here's some serious Pogger action right here. You basically have this, you know, platform that goes, and you have to get these different fish. And felt pretty good to be able to get the rainbow drop down, rainbow flower down there. And this, some of these puzzles just made me think of Donkey Kong Country 3 for some reason. Donkey Kong Country 3 is a game that I'll have to play on this channel eventually. Oh no, the fish got stuck. Oh no, the fish got sucked through. So I was like, oh, well, I've got to catch him. And then, whoop, Kobe right into the fishbowl. I love that. And then we have just enough water to get that fish. And then jump across, because we're awesome. And then miss our opportunity to Kobe it right into the bowl, but we still were awesome anyway. And then get the water drop, or the rainbow drop, right as the gate is opening, because we're awesome. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country 3, I'm not particularly good at it, but it just has such nice scenery. It's also like very gimmicky. Like every level is like a different like gimmick or concept. And sometimes it's kind of puzzle oriented, although I would say gimmicky and not puzzle oriented. But it's Donkey Kong Country 3. It's kind of a hipster kind of game. So like, you know, it's one of the Donkey Kong Country games. It's like a mainstream, you know, thingy, but it's like done in a really kind of like offbeat way. And people don't like it as much as the other couple of games, but it's, how can you hate it? It's got such beautiful scenery and a rip-roaring soundtrack. Well, kind of a subdued soundtrack, but still, you know, really good if you like good music. Anyway, I'm talking out of my ear here, so. Wonder what happens if you just grab the sticker, the sticker, as a normal puddle of water. Anyway, so this is our next ability, stick. I have a new present for you. When you release the button, you will unstick. Yeah. So basically, we're like super cold. We're like dry ice. You know, and it's like the scene in A Christmas Story where like, I should have known you'd get the hang of that quickly. Now make your way up this wall by jumping against it and using stick. You can jump again while you're still stuck, but you'll have to use stick again to double jump, essentially. This is a cute gazebo here. Push that button. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I already know what you're doing. But yeah, stick will run out, kind of, and then it'll recharge while you're not using it, basically. To break the wall and get the, yeah, that's a gear. You basically just use the gear to gain momentum, and kaboom. Kaboomy choomy, as one of my music teachers used to say. Yeah, it's like that scene in Christmas Story where he sticks his tongue to like, was it the flagpole? And gets his gets his tongue stuck on the metal because it's so cold, because it's practically ice or whatever. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. Alright, 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 alright. Now ladies. No. I love that. Again, quoting Homestar, quoting a popular song. And Coach Z's like, alright, now ladies. No. Alright. So now that we use stick, we can do this. More construction zones. They really had a lot of original ideas for this city. No, it's okay. It makes me feel at home because I live in a city, even though I feel like I would personally be more at home in nature because I really like quiet and peace, and I really feel kind of refreshed when I'm looking at like feeling gentle breezes and not listening to the noise of a lot of people and just kind of looking at trees. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like this whole thing, and kind of like maybe sort of a Christian thing, like, you know, oh, where does God want me? Like, what's his plan for me? Like, it's his sovereign choice, like, where in the world I am. But it's also like, you know, like most people in this world can't like afford to relocate themselves. And, you know, relocating themselves usually means learning another language or finding a whole nother group of friends. Of course, America's big, so there's a lot of land you can cover without having to learn a new language. And then there's Canada too. I don't know, I always feel like I'm spoiled for like thinking that, you know, I can just like relocate to another part of the world, because a lot of people, you know, are poor and they don't have that choice. But a lot of people do have that choice, so I don't know. That sort of stuttering, it reminded me of like this concept in Mario 64 that's called the Pedro spot. I don't even know what a Pedro spot is, but sometimes I'm like, oh, is that a Pedro spot? It's such a stupid name, but I love it. It's like, I don't know. It's something weird to do with like the collision of like two polygons. But that's like the best way that I can describe it. Like, it makes Mario stutter. And a similar thing kind of happened when I was like halfway on the wall and halfway on that kind of not wall thing. It was like a one-way lever. Oh, missed the elevator, but let's wait for the elevator to come back. And here I am tapping the button along to the music. Isn't that cute? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Alistair Brimble is a madman. Look him up. He's done a lot of video games besides this one. But yeah, this soundtrack is only 12 songs, but it's super solid. It's like, yeah, if you like jazz, then you know, it's just relaxing. Anyway, my throat is getting hoarse. Good grief, man. Thank you for watching this episode, and tune in next episode for more explorations and shenanigans and generally being a pogger.